Alright guys, PJ here, and this is a battle that I had with Ricky yesterday. This is my first attempt at narrating a battle, so bear with me here. So Ricky sends out Rock Lady, and I'm like, oh dang, he's got rocks, and I have electric type, so Billy can't do this, so I take him out. And then King comes in Hernando, who's the water type dude, and he throws a rock at me, and I was like, bro, why'd you throw a rock at me? I'm just gonna have to, just go and stomp you. But then he switches out. And then he goes into Taylor, and then I'm like, oh dang, it's like Lion-O, leader of the Thundercats here. And so I just surf him and see how much damage that does, and I believe that does a fair bit actually. Yes it does, it was a critical hit. So now I bring Hernando back because I don't want him to get killed, and I switch into my Nidoking. So the Nidoking comes out, he tries for the Thunder does not affect, and he stays in surprisingly and crunches me. But that doesn't do a lot of damage, and I just go for a Mega Horn predicting that he might switch out, so I didn't want to use Earthquake, but that's still enough to kill him anyways. So he faints, and then I'm like, oh yeah, I killed a guy, Ricky, what are you going to do? So he goes back in the Rock Lady, which I'm not entirely sure why he goes back in the Rock Lady, because I just Earthquake him. So I just go, oh yeah, Earthquake, quake, Rock and Quake, boom, 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 and then that does a crap ton of damage there. Oh no, it doesn't. Yeah, it only takes him down to half, and then he Earthquakes me, and I'm like, well, dang, that's going to do a lot of damage to me as well. So that happens. So that takes me down quite a bit. No, it kills me, and I'm like, well, this sucks. So Nidoking is dead. And then I go into my Kyogre, so I'm just like, well, screw this. I'm just going to Uber crap out of you with my Kyogre. So Drizzle makes it rain in case I wanted to switch into Billy and get 100% accuracy. He switches out, and he goes into Sage, his red Gyarados. And that's pretty cool, I guess, but I'm too bad. I'm going to pretty much make this a bad day to be a Gyarados. Except I use Water Spout. I thought I used Ancient Power there for some reason, but I use Water Spout, and that does... It's a bad day to be a Gyarados, because even though it was a Water type, it still did a crap ton of damage. Now I use the Ancient Power on him, and that should finish him off quite handily, because he is also half Flying type, and Flying types don't like rocks being thrown at them, especially like super ancient rocks. So Sage is gone. Rain continues to fall, and I'm just like, oh yeah, I'm just flooding this all up. He switches into Rock Lady now, and I just use Water Spout, and that's just going to make it. It's just going to rain on this Rock Lady's parade here. So he's dead. Or she's dead, I guess. So now she's dead. Rock Lady's done. And rain continues to fall. Kyogre's just having like a pool party going on. Then he goes into Sweet Gist, which is his Lugia. So now we got two Ubers on the battlefield. And I'm like, well, this is fun. He goes for the punishments. That doesn't do very much because punishment isn't that great of a move at this point. I go for the Ancient Power because he's a flying type. And that doesn't do a lot because Lugia is a tank and can take hits for days, apparently. He goes for the Aeroblast, and I'm like, oh dang, Aeroblast. That's not cool. But I don't remember... no, it still doesn't do a lot of damage. I go for the Ice Beam, and he is Flying Psychic and no Water type, so that does super effective damage. But still doesn't kill him, so this thing is just still around, and I want to get rid of it as fast as possible. He goes for the extra sensory, because I think Ricky was just running out of ideas for attacks to attack me with. So he goes down. Kyogre flinches, and that's no fun, so that just takes like an extra turn to finish this Lugia off. He goes for the Waterfall, which again isn't going to do a lot to me. Yeah, but it does get me down pretty low into the 30s there. So I use the Ancient Power, and that should finish Sweet Gist off. Down he goes. So rain continues to fall, and I believe, yeah, now he sent a PJ, and I'm like, wait, I'm PJ, what's going on here? And that's actually a Dragonite that actually belongs to me, but I traded to Ricky because he wanted to beat the Elite Four a long time ago. So that's fun. So I didn't even remember what this Dragonite had, so I sent out my own Dragonite, and I figured out that my old Dragonite, PJ, has like the strangest moveset I've ever seen. He has Thunder Punch, and then he hits me with an Iron Tail. And I'm like, why did I even teach those two moves to him? I think the Thunder Punch makes sense. The Iron Tail, I'm just like, why did I even bother? So I go for a Dragon Claw, going for the stab effect and as well super effective. So I think that's 4 times weakness right there. Almost kills him, but not quite. Rain continues to fall, even though Kyogre was like, well, screw this party, I'm out of here. He goes for the Outrage, and that is going to finish me off in pretty much one hit. Yeah, so my Dragonite doesn't stand a chance, and he's done, leaving my Dragonite, or his Dragonite, which is actually my Dragonite out there. Rain continues to fall, and I'm like, okay, I'm done screwing around. I'm just going to Ice Beam.